spiky.
Strange, huh?
Yes.
Ah. There's a reason why I have my students lay down on the grounds of the cemetery, because we're trying to replicate death. Eventually, this is how you're going to wind up. It's a rare thing that you die in a chair. Most dangerous thing you'll do in a day is driving a car. And most people wind up, in Vietnamese we call it thẳng cẳng, nằm. Thẳng cẳng, nằm is to lie down, thẳng cẳng is feet straight. Yeah. And this is where, my uncle spoke at my mom's funeral a week ago, just about a week ago. And he spoke about how she is finally at rest, laid to rest. Keyword, laid to rest. And here in this position, you are well rested. Your body's with the earth, you're grounding. You're exchanging energy with the earth right now. And one of these days, it's going to come to a rest. Death meditation is one of the hardest to engage in, participate, sustain long term in one's practice. There are monks that come out at night. They actually sneak out of the monastery, or some of them sneak out of the monastery to do this on their own because of monastery rules that they have to stay indoor after late at night. Then you have Jidao, who, while in Laos, the cremation was right there next to the monastery. And I purposely, willfully went out there into the dark trying to look for bones and trying to look for ghosts. Actively trying to look for ghosts. What you should feel is at peace. The peace that is out here. Because none of these people can violate precepts anymore. All things come to an end out here. This is the image of that. The image of restfulness. Things coming to an end. All things conditioned are subject to impermanence. Anicca vata sankhara. Uppaidavaya dhammino pachitva nirocantite sangho vasamo sugo. All things conditioned are subject to impermanence. As they come and as they go, as they arise, as they cease. Them coming to ceasing is bliss. We're more attached to our bodies and we're more attached to life on earth, a desire to exist. When monks get on a city bus, all we see is bones on a city bus. We see death in other people. That's how we have compassion and non-judgment for other people, because we see death instantly. We see that they are subject to old age, disease, decay, and death. In this moment, you should be closing your eyes and just focusing on your breath, the impermanence of the breath, the impermanence of life. Surrounded by grass, leaves that have fallen from the tree, leaves that remind us of impermanence. Even the grass is not even green. Decaying, changing. In this moment, we engage into death meditation, of which we ask 3 questions. Where will I die? Right here? right now. Back in Texas, in Florida, in Thailand, New York, New Jersey. Your heart can stop any moment. You all listened to your heart yesterday. Cardiac arrest. Why do you think there is AEDs, automatic defibrillators everywhere in the United States government office buildings? Because anyone can have a cardiac arrest. Where will I die? The next one would be, when will I die? The problem is we think we have time when we in fact don't. Routine daily activities lead us to believe that time is so slow. It's passing by so slow. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. When will I die? In my 30s? In my 40s? In my 50s? In my 60s? So they say in Vietnam, these are some of the most dangerous ages. 39, 49, I think it starts at 29. 29, 39, 49, and I believe it stops at 59. These are the prevalent ages that typically karma ripens. And it tends to ripen in a very negative way at these ages. People in Vietnam culturally are very aware of these markings, these timelines in one's life. Many stories presented that a man tried to dodge his own death when the fortune teller told him he was going to die at that age. At 59, at 49, he retreated into his house, barricaded himself in his room, thinking that he was going to be safe. And best believe, a humongous branch broke off of a tree, fell through the roof, and hit him and killed him. Where will I die? When will I die? Countless stories overseas. All you have to do is go overseas and be with 10 families and ask them, tell me stories of death that you have heard. Tell me stories of death that you have experienced. The next one is, how will I die? That provokes a lot of wise fear when you think about it. I can trip in the shower. I can trip through the steps. I can break an ankle, ground level fall, hit my head. Blunt force trauma. A brain aneurysm. Hemorrhaging stroke. A stray bullet on 4th of July. How we live determines the way how we die. How? What is comforting throughout death meditation is knowing that the Dhamma protects you. Why and how? Keeping the precepts. When you look after the precepts look after you. Those who live like a drug dealer dies like a drug dealer. Live by the sword, you will die by the sword.